drug is our word for today, because today we're going to talk about an episode of South Park that features one of the most prominent figures in the body positive movement, Lizzo. So for those of you who don't know who Lizzo is, let me give you a brief rundown. So Lizzo is big in the show industry and the music industry, and like I said earlier, that she is a very prominent figure in the body positive movement, and she is on a journey to set an example of you can achieve healthiness and greatness in any size. So here's my problem with the body positivity movement, man. So like the overall message is very good. Like, okay, love your body and all its imperfections. You are still beautiful even with those imperfections. So, okay, but some fat influencers turned it into some kind of toxic sludge on an abandoned toilet, like healthy in every size. So basically they're saying that, oh, no matter how fat you get, even though you are like 600, 700 or 500 pounds, you are still healthy, which in absolute reality is not true. And Lizzo is one of those fat influencers that I was talking about. Like promoting unhealthy eating and stuffing her face with as much food as possible, high calorie dense food to be accurate, like this video of her eating all this food. You know, I would bet on my ass's virginity that all of that food is gone within an hour or a couple of hours or so after that phone of hers stopped filming, and she probably ate all of it, trust me. So she eats so much food in front of a camera that people are starting to call her a rare species of a land whale. And it sucks to see her promoting all kinds of shit like veganism, working out, and being all this general healthy stuff, while simultaneously being in a very large, morbidly obese body, which is bad because it creates this toxic, warped, and confusing reality.
What do you guys think about Lizzo? Do you think she's like healthy?
Fuck yeah. She's vegan. Like, she's active. I'm seeing her on TikTok. She's dancing. She's working out.
Do you think Lizzo is healthy?
No.
Why don't you think?
Because she's overweight.
So first of all, being vegan does not always mean you're healthy. And Lizzo is paving her way to be a living example of it. So now people are confusing her as being healthy, but there's only one reality where you can't be healthy at any size. It always has to be balanced. Like too much or too little of something is always bad. May that be too much fat or too little fat. And even the safest substance in the world like H2O, you can literally die by drinking too much of it, too much water, causing electrolyte imbalance and some shit. Or drinking too little of it, causing dehydration. Both of them can lead to... And what do you know, she's also promoting drinking and got in a lawsuit for mistreating her dancers and also fat shaming them. Wow, kapal na mukha, huh? And Miss Michelle McDaniel made the whole video talking about it, so if you want to know more about that story, please go check her out, she's awesome. And I absolutely hated that kind of promotion because as a former pre-diabetic obese teen, I had an extremely rough time being that size, like being extremely sweaty and easily exhausted, like climbing one flight of stairs had me panting hard, like and joint pain as a young teen is not very fun. And that's just some of what I felt, and like I said, it's not very good. And seeing them promoting that kind of suffering that I felt, it's and it just blows my mind that instead of stopping it, we're now actually promoting it. And now South Park just dropped a tactical nuke a few days ago, and Lizzo actually reacted and weighed in on the topic. So I apologize for the long introduction, and let's witness this banger of a piece explode in our faces together. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Guys, my worst fear has been actualized. I've been referenced in a South Park episode. I'm so scared. I'm gonna blind duet to it right now.
Right, let's react to it together, Miss
Sheila,
Lizzo.
these new drugs are pretty amazing. I was feeling so ashamed of myself, watching Randy go out and exercise all the time and not eating as much. But I just don't have the same kind of willpower he has.
Which of the drugs are you on, Sharon? Ozempic, Manjaro?
Oh no, I talked to my doctor. He said insurance would only pay for those if I had diabetes.
But if you can't afford them, then how are you managing your weight?
Don't you know, Sheila? Now there's a whole new obesity drug for those of us who can't afford Ozempic and Mounjaro. I've controlled all my cravings to be thinner with Lizzo.
It's Lizzo. FDA-approved Lizzo makes you feel good about your weight, and it costs 90% less than Ozempic.
I've lowered my standards.
You know, to be completely fair, it cost 100% less. Just hearing that word, you will instantly feel the surprising lack of shit that you have to give to your weight. Just like that, gone.
And my expectations.
It's Lizzo.
It's
In case
Lizzo.
studies, 70% of patients on Lizzo no longer cared how much they weighed.
I don't give two shits.
It's Lizzo. Lizzo helps you eat everything you want and keep physical activity to a minimum. Some patients report constipation while listening to Lizzo. Stop listening to Lizzo if you experience suicidal thoughts. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis, hypothermia,
The fucking album!
out your ears. Are you living with concerns of obesity?
Ask about the power of not giving a fuck with Lizzo.
Period.
That's crazy.
And yeah, that is crazy, Miss Lizzo. And they went for it hard. They didn't even try to cover it or something. Like, I was half expecting them to change its name a little bit. Like, saying Lizzo Zempic or something. But no, just straight up Lizzo. I mean, they probably just said that her name, Lizzo, rhymes with obesity at this point. And I can't even begin to imagine on how they brainstormed this episode. So now let's talk about her reaction.
I just feel like, damn, I'm really that bitch. I'm really that bitch. I really showed the world how to love yourself and not give a fuck, to the point where these men in Colorado know who the fuck I am and put it on their cartoon that's been around for 25 years. I'm really that bitch, and I'll show y'all how to not give a fuck, and I'm gonna keep on showing you how to not give a fuck. Oh, Lizzo, bitch.
First of all, I was impressed because she was talking like this, like the head wobbling is immense. Like, oh, I am that bitch. Oh my god. Got dizzy. Damn, I got dizzy there for a moment. Miss Lizzo just built different. I mean, I do it too sometimes when I talk, but not to that extent. So she basically responded with a plain old Lizzo, like I'm that bitch and all that. Like, I'm not expecting her to respond in a constructive way. I mean, I understand her because I would be excited too if I'm featured in a well-known cartoon series like South Park. I'd be shitting my goddamn trousers for that. And to be honest, and I mean this in the deepest bottom of my heart, that I hope that she loses weight. Because I've been there before and it's not good. And I don't believe her when she says that, oh, she's feeling the best that she ever has at her size. No, I really don't. And I hope that she'll realize that soon or in the near future and actually promote healthy eating habits. Because I really do think that that'll be a much better influence on health to the world. Because imagine all of these people that can be potentially inspired when Miss Lizzo eventually loses that weight and began feeling and looking a whole lot better. So yeah, there's nothing else much to say to it, and I just wanted to report on this. So that's all there's to it. Thanks for watching. Bye.